I talked with some youngsters yesterday at a school, local choice school here, and they had a business class. And I talked to those students, and I thought that what I spoke to them about, a lot of you may be experiencing the same problems with trying to build your business, really with trying to get your life under control so you can even have the opportunity to build a business. But before I get started first, I want to talk to you about something. This is me to you. This is on. I'm talking directly to you. You need to hear this. Looking at me, you're already building a story about what you think about me. This is what you don't realize, is that you are building a story. Until I start to tell you and talk to you about what we're going to talk about in this video, but even with that, you're building a story about what you believe who I am. It could be because of the race that I am. It could be because I had a beard. It could be because of the glasses. It could be because of the, $10,000 watch. It could be because of the $600 smart watch. It could be the suit jacket. It could be the type of shirt. It could be because I don't have a tie on. All of these things are what I call a checklist. We all have it. It's a checklist. If I'm going to believe what this person is talking about, mentally, you do it in a split second. This checklist got to be checked. Like, is he in a suit? Does he speak clearly? Does he look like someone that I can trust? All of this stuff is a checklist that you have in your mental computer. We all have it. We all have it. And it's done in a split second. So now the question is, who gave you your checklist? I'm asking you that question. How did you get that checklist? Were you born and you came out as a baby and you said, okay, I have this checklist for if I'm going to listen to someone about business? Who gave you that checklist? Have you ever even considered that? When I was speaking to those students and I was telling them about the habits, the good and bad habits that they have, I said, have you ever thought about how you got those habits? Everything that we get in life is learned from somewhere. So when I approach people and I start to talk to them about business, when I start to talk to them about making improvements in their life in general, guess what they automatically do? We all do this. Is we have this computer screen open up in an instant and we start to reach into those older stories about things that happen that are similar to what is being said. And then we start to insert little pieces of that story as the individual is talking. You're already doing that with me right now. So as I speak to you, you are instantly, subconsciously bringing up stories, patterns, pictures, words, phrases. Everything is coming at you at a checklist and you're filling in these little spots. You're trying to figure out, is what Mr. Stephen A. Williams even telling me make sense to me? Because you have to have it make sense for you to even be able to move forward. But have you ever considered, if something does not make sense to a lot of people, but it makes sense to you, have you ever considered wondering and asking yourself, how did that become your idea of whatever that is, of whatever it is? Have you ever questioned that? How did you get certain ideas about building a business? Where did they come from? And if you're struggling with your business right now, if you're struggling getting to the next level, either on a personal level, business level, whatever it is, have you ever asked yourself that question? What I told the students, and I'm going to tell you this right now, is that only you, when I ask you a question, only you know if you're lying or not. Only you know if you're lying or not. No one else can really know. But I did say that there is a way that people do know if you're lying or not. And it shocked them when I told them. I said that your body is telling the story and it's not matching with your mouth. And they asked, Mr. Williams, what do you mean by that? I said, if I came into this classroom and I was in there with my suit and tie, everything. I wanted to make sure that the first impression that they got of me is that I am a business person without any word being spoken. So let's look at your life right now without any words being spoken, because this is the thing that people need to understand. I'm talking to you. This is what you need to understand, is that your body speaks 90% of everything about you. Your body speaks 90% of everything about you. And when your words don't match, people start to have this doubt in their mind. They're like, where in the hell is this person coming from? That's why people get fooled a lot. You can watch my video on how not to never get ripped off again. I made a video about it. I will show you how you can find out if you will get ripped off by someone. Go watch that video. I don't have time to go into it right now. But I can tell you on the surface of what everybody at the level, the bottom level, like the first level, level number 1, is going to be the word match. Sorry about that. The word match of your mouth, what comes out of it, and the way that your body is, the way that you carry yourself. But 90% of people believing in what you say you're going to do is going to be done before you open your mouth, because they're going to look at you and they're going to do what I just told you earlier. I said that they're going to build that story. And if you come in and you don't even have the right impression to even have a plausible, something that is even plausible that can even work, they're not going to believe you no matter what you say. And that's why people will say, I don't know why they don't believe me. They don't want to give me a chance. Is it because of my race? Is it because of all of these excuses will come up? And guess where you're going to get those excuses from? You're going into your subconscious computer to find something that's similar. The last time you got turned down, you went and got those excuses so you can make yourself feel better right there, rather than making yourself better. Because to be better, you can't go in the past and get that information. You have to make a new story, and you have to build a new story. So what I told those students and what I'm about to tell you right now is that, number 1, you need to understand this, is that you will not take action on anything that you believe will happen for sure. If I was to tell you, if you do this, and this for you to grow your business, you will not accept that. You want to know why you won't accept it? Because at each step that I told you that you got to do, and even if I showed you the money at the end and showed you examples, you will not do it. You might get started, but you will not do it, because you're going to have different stories for every problem that you consider a problem, for every step. So if I said you got to do step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4, and you will get the end result, step number 5. At every step, you are going to go back and dig into that subconscious mind instantly that will come up with some excuse on why you can't complete step number 1. That's why most business people fail. And the people who are successful at business, they don't even waste time telling you what I'm telling you, because they're going to be like, I don't even believe it. It don't even sound right. If you're giving me the instruction on what to do, and then you're telling me that I'm not going to even follow those instructions. I'm telling you, and this is how you can make sure that I'm telling you the truth. How you can validate it for yourself. Go and look on your bookshelf. Go and look in your closet. Go and look on your computer hard drive of all of the programs that you've purchased from other people. All of the business opportunity. All of the different things, the coaching programs, all of that stuff. What have you done with it? Now, this is how do people believe in themselves? How will they ever get over that hump to believe in themselves? Is that if it sounds plausible. So you're telling me, Steve, if you give me the step-by-step blueprint, I won't do it. But if I give you something that sounds that it could potentially happen, I will do it. Yes, that's why people play the lottery. You have a chance of winning. They will spend their money, spend their money, spend their money, spend their money. Why do people get ripped off on these business opportunity programs, these coaching programs? Because it's plausible. If I just go to this person, it sounds plausible that I could succeed. But then when they get into the program and they give them you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. They're like, I can't do that. Because then they go into that subconscious computer and they start to pull down the excuses. I can't do this because of that. But that story is built. Remember, I told you, you start filling in the blanks. So now, how do we change the story? If we're going to be successful, how do we change the story so you can be successful, so someone can come to you and say, step number 1, step number 2, step number 3. How do I override the excuses to stop me from each step? So let's get right to it. Like this video right now, please. Like this video right now. I need some likes because I want to help more people. So first, and I tell my grandchildren this, and I told those young business students this, is that everything comes from the mind. And I said, as an example, I went over to one of the tables that was there in the classroom, and I said, where did this come from? And someone said it might have came from Amazon. It might have came from Office Depot. It might have came from an office supply store. I said, that's where it was bought. But this desk was designed in someone's mind. Everything that is around us, the watch, the microphone, the computer, it's in someone's mind. It's constructed in someone's mind first. Those thoughts. And I told them those thoughts is your money. Your thoughts is your money. So it doesn't matter if we go to Bitcoin. It doesn't matter if dollars go away. Whatever money is around, that does not matter because your thoughts is money. If you're going to scramble for money, you're going to get into that mentality that there's not enough money. That's why so many people have so much trouble, is because they're scrambling for money and they're not scrambling for thoughts. Your mind creates the thoughts. Your thoughts will go to your body to take action. The actions will create feelings inside of you. The feelings are created from the results that you get from the actions that you take, and those results feed the mind again so it can start the process over and over and over again. And this is how you overwrite those stories that grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, friends, people who didn't know nothing about business, didn't know nothing about success, or from people who do know about success, but they didn't know how to articulate it to you. This is what we go through on a daily basis to be able to stay motivated, to be able to get to the next level. Those old stories never go away. Watch my video about negative thoughts. They will be there, right there, ready for you to open up and say, I failed. Bring me those stories back so I can feel good about myself. They will be there for you. So don't worry about it. They will be there for you. So let's go through it again. Your mind, everything starts in the mind. Repeat it after me. Everything starts in the mind. And if you can't even repeat it after me, you're already behind the 8 ball. If you can't say that wherever you're at, in a room by yourself, you are already in trouble. You already have a mixed match with your body and with your mind, with your mouth. And what did I say earlier? It has to match. You tell yourself first what to think. You tell your body how to take action and how to react. The actions that you do will create feelings, and those feelings will be created from the results. It could be good or bad results. That is not up to you. What is up to you is to understand what you want, and you keep going through the process. It is totally impossible to go through the process with a positive mindset, with the body taking positive actions, with those actions creating feelings because you're actually trying to do something for yourself, and those feelings creating results. They're going to be more positive results than negative results. And if you get a negative result, guess what you do? That's a test. That's all it is a test, and you keep going. And then those results feed your mind, and you run that loop over and over and over again. Right now, if you got something negative in your mind right now, this is the loop that you ran before. You are used to that loop in a negative aspects of your life. Everything that is negative, this is the loop that you're already running. It's the same loop. When I told those students, I said, you know what? A bad thought is built inside of us using the same process as a good thought. They looked at me, they was like, but I said, the reason why you don't understand it is because you only look at the end result of the thought. You didn't even think about that. You had to think about it first, and then you had to go and figure out in your mind what matches that bad thing. I gave them this example. I said, if I came up to you and I said, I'm having a bad day, but I'm sitting there, yeah, I'm having a bad day. I'm having a bad day. Does that match? But I said, if I came up to you and I have a bad day, and I'm like this, I'm having a bad day. Why in the hell would I have to dip my head to show you that I'm having a bad day? Because that's what's in the computer. That's what's in our mind. You can't express to a person that you're having a bad day. You can't say that you're having a bad day if your body doesn't match it. So the same process is done. If you say, I'm having a good day, I'm having a good day, I'm having a bad day. It starts right there. That's everybody jumps to the end result. The process is the same. The process is the same. So, our test. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't do this for the views. I do this for you. And what I want you to do is you need to test this. You need to test this. Whatever you feel like today, if you want to feel good today, you tell yourself, I feel good today, and you match your body to feeling good. Even if you are not feeling good right now, you match your body to feeling good. Or you can test it the opposite way. Say you feel good right now, and you want to test it to say, well, Steve, will this work? I want you to test feeling bad. And you don't even have to open your mouth. You can walk up to your friends and family, and you have that bad look on your face, and you don't have to say nothing. And they'll say, you must be having a bad day. And then I want you to, excuse me. And then I want you to say, or if you want to, don't play with people though, but think about it. Especially if you know you're having a good day and you pretend to have a bad day, and you see how people react to you, and you will know Steve was telling me the truth. My body tells the story. It speaks louder than my words. You didn't even say nothing to them, and they knew. They was like, you having a bad day, and you know deep inside you're not even having a bad day. So that right there will tell you. So that's why, if you're trying to be in business, you better get used to presenting yourself in the best positive light. Nobody is going to buy nothing from anyone that is negative. And as a matter of fact, you don't talk people into buying anything. They talk themselves into wanting to do business with you. I told those students that you hear this saying that it's business, not personal. That's BS. That's BS. Everybody who does business with me is also understands me on a personal level, and I understand them on a personal level. Nobody is got business is built on relationships. So all right, you got your homework. If you're gonna make the change, and when I was speaking to the students, and this is in relationship to the students, I see people speaking out on social media about some of the craziest stuff. But what I don't really see a lot of people do is speaking out for themselves on making change for themselves. They'll speak on, well, Steve, that was a great video, and I appreciate that. But what I want you to do is I want you to open up your voice. I want you to get loud and say, I'm going to do this. I'm going to test it, and I'm going to report back from that test. That's what you need to do. Because if you can do that, that's going to tell your body that you're really going to be making some changes. And it's not going to feel comfortable at the beginning. You're going to have to follow through with it. Remember, if you just write down what I just showed you there, you could say, here, let's just look at something real quick. Mind, thoughts. Why do I have, whatever you're thinking about on what changes you want to make, all you have to do is say, because I want blank. The body will take action because I want blank. Actions will create the feelings in me because I want blank, whatever that is. The feelings are created from the results, and that's right there, whatever those results are. You can put that, replace that, and then results will feed your mind. At the beginning, all you're going to be doing is doing the actions over and over and over again, and you'll start to feel good about the actions that you're taking. And then once you feel good about the actions that you're taking, the habits start to grow, and then all of a sudden good things will start to happen to you, materialize on the outside. Some of the stuff will happen to you and you won't even realize it because you're not in the right mindset. There is some stuff that will happen, and if you're not in the right mindset, the opportunity will just fly right over your head. You will just miss it because you're not in the right mindset. All right, I've been here long enough. Thank you for your time. Please subscribe to the channel. This is Stephen A. Williams with Making Money with Stephen A. Williams here on YouTube.